So if you've ever wondered why people behave with malicious intent, I'm going to explain it to you a little bit deeper. I've just recently had a complete integration of the Karpman drama triangle in psychology, where I've really understood what this drama triangle is and how I've actually been able to observe it in action in real time in the physical world. So I wanted to explain my understanding of it to you guys, because I remember when someone explained this to me a few years ago. I don't think I was ready to understand it, and I didn't really get what it meant completely or how to observe it. So basically, the Karpman drama triangle, I hope I'm saying that name correctly, but in the drama triangle, it relates to abuse. There's always a victim, a villain, and a hero. And so narcissistic people, they often shift between each one, being the villain, being the victim, being the hero. So malicious intent falls under this villain portion, but it makes it make sense, like why people do malicious intent. It's like a relational style. What I've learned is that it's like a relational style. Like, these people have an extremely fragmented way of relating to the world. Like, in relationship, they're fragmented. Their psyche is fragmented towards them being a villain, being a victim, and a hero. And they're in this fragmented cycle where the only way they really know how to relate to others is by being a victim, being a villain, or being a hero. And so they kind of manufacture conflict. It's a drama triangle, right? They manufacture this drama. And it's really sad. In one of my previous videos about resolving inner conflict, I was talking about how when you have an inner conflict, the way to resolve it is by seeing the truth that is hidden. And this directly applies to the drama triangle too. This is what the drama triangle is trying to push people towards, is a resolution of conflict, right? Because the way that inner conflict works is really similar to outer conflict. So when people are stuck in this drama triangle, always creating drama with others, their mind is creating this conflict to give them an opportunity to see the truth and step out of the conflict and expand. There's two ways you can go in conflict. You can expand and see a new truth, see a new negative belief, expand. Or you can stay in distortion and illusion. You can keep doubling down that everything's real, that you're not doing anything wrong, that you're a perfect person, that the victim is a bad person or whatever. Like, even someone in my comments when I made that resolve your inner conflict video, this is a little off topic, we're gonna get back though. When I made my resolve your inner conflict video, they said, maybe that's true, or maybe you just have PTSD. And I love this because they actually demonstrated my point in real time. Because it's like, instead of listening to what I say, he decided to distort his perception that I'm not credible because I may have PTSD. And that's what happens when people don't want to expand. They distort perception. So, super cool. Anyways, so yeah, this drama triangle, it's a way that they relate to life in conflict, and it's trying to teach them something. And so what happens is that people stuck in this drama cycle and these cycles of conflict, they're constantly missing opportunities. I've heard this from other teachers, and I really love this quote. I can't remember who said it, or else I'd credit them, but they said, narcissists are given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to change. And it's true. It's true. And this is one of the ways in which this is true. Every time they're in this drama cycle, they have an opportunity to change. They have an opportunity to become a new person, to expand their worldview out of this drama triangle and change the way they do things. So, but they don't. And yeah, missed opportunities. So oftentimes the reason why people do miss these opportunities is because it's rewarded to not. It gets so deep and complex how the matrix works and how these narcissistic systems work and how it is so much mind control that all compounds to kind of keep people stuck in these cycles. And humanity has been stuck in these cycles for a long ass mother freaking time. But yeah, so let's get deeper into now. Yes. Let's get into the now. Okay, let's get into the understanding of the drama triangle that I saw with clear eyes. So basically, what happens is these people manufacture drama usually by playing the villain towards you. And what they're doing when they're playing the villain is they're waiting for you to victimize them by confronting them or reacting to them. To a narcissist, confronting or exposing the truth of their behavior is abusive. They have this kind of completely inverted sense of right and wrong and completely inverted sense of morals. So, to a narcissist, the truth is abuse. You standing up for yourself is abuse, right? So when they act in the villain role, and you stand up for yourself and you react, now they have entered their own victim role. That is an illusion. They're now a victim of you yelling at them, accusing them of things. They're the victim in their world. And they distort their perception of you. And if you've ever experienced this dynamic, you'll notice that once you victimize them, they will step into the hero role. So, what this is like, I'll give you a really good example. So let's say you clean something. Let's say you're cleaning your car mats and you leave them outside to dry in the sun. And someone comes over and deliberately steps on your car mats that you just cleaned. So that person just entered a villain dynamic. They just acted as the villain. Okay, when you go and confront them, when you trust yourself and you say, hey, I know you saw those mats there. Why did you decide to walk on them? Now they are the victim. And then they'll jump in and say, hey, how about I clean them for you? Oh, no, don't worry. I'll just clean them off for you. You don't have to be so dramatic. I'll just clean it. Do you see that? Now they're the hero. Villain, victim, hero. They step in to be the hero. And the hero role is kind of like a form of gaslighting. Because when they step in the hero role, it kind of makes you look like an abuser, right? It's like, no, you're so wrong about me. I didn't do that. And then they step in as the hero role. And it makes you think like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not right. So the whole drama triangle basically protects illusions. That's what gaslighting is, right? It creates illusions. But yeah, so I don't... a lot of people have a very strong resistance to, accepting that people do behave with malicious intent. But it is something that is hard to accept, simply because, if you accept that, then you have to accept that, people can do that to you in real life, and it can disrupt your sense of safety. But really, the safety is in the knowing, true safety. And that's another part of narcissistic systems, is how they distort the meanings of words heavily. A lot of words, safety, peace. I really like this. Peace in a narcissistic system is never standing up to abusers, is never having boundaries, is being compliant, is being submissive. That's peace for an abuser, right? So people often will align with abusers or take an abuser's side or pretend not to take sides, which is still aligning with the abuser. and say that they're just like protecting the peace. What they're actually doing is protecting the abuser, because peace only happens, it's not really peace. The illusion of peace only exists when the abuser is being protected and fueled and validated and not exposed. So yeah, there's all these inversions, like same thing, victim and abuser is inverted, all these inversions in narcissistic abuse that occur with that. And so there's another thing about the drama triangle that I wanted to share with you. It's almost like it kind of takes the power away from the malicious intent, because you can just see so clearly how they're just playing out their drama triangle. And what really like nailed this in and showed me that it's not really about you is that if they have a different target to play the drama triangle out on, they won't attack you as much or at all, because it's not really about it's almost like this. Here's what I mean to say. Their relational style applies to everything, not just how they relate to humans. Like, if there's bugs in the house, they'll be playing a victim, villain, hero triangle with trying to get the bugs out of the house. And how they do this is often by distorting their perceptions too. Like, if there's like one fly in the house, all of a sudden in their world there's 100 flies everywhere, and they're the hero who has exterminated them. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, this is a relational style that applies to how they relate to everything, not just you. It's this really broken and fragmented relational style. So yeah, this is really cool. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you in my next video.